One of the central themes that has run through the entire Acharai year has been our focus and commitment on inspiring Jewish education. Over the course of this year, every Sunday night, all of the students came to Congregation Beth Tikva, where we learnt the Jewish values and texts of Tikkun Olam, Chesed, Tzedakah, taking responsibility for our community and indeed the broader world. One of the things that we've been able to establish and continue having on our trip has been high-level, inspiring classes looking at what Judaism has to say about making a real difference and taking responsibility.
We've been learning and having sessions with Rabbi Jamie Cowland, who actually is from Israel, but he has his own programs throughout Thailand and other locations throughout the world, and they're pretty inspirational. He really taught us about what it is to give back and do Tikkun Olam, but also what it means, but also to try and find out who we are as a person and to try and get out of our comfort zones and of what we know and to branch out and try and experience the world and see what the world has to offer.
Acharai means after me, and each of our young leaders knows that to make a real contribution they have to stand up with a sense of proactive awareness and take their own responsibility to forge ahead, becoming the leaders that they can all be.
So hierarchy of values, the way you evaluate things, right? The way you understand things. Does this make sense to everyone? You guys see how this works? Now it may sound like, oh, cute. I'm telling you, you do your research. You go read about Soweto. Go read about the government of South Africa. Go read about starvation in Africa. Go read about any social justice issue. You will see that in the end, what it comes down to is people in a position of influence having a really screwy hierarchy of values and making nuts decisions.
Rabbi Jamie Cowland is one of the most amazing people I've ever met. We've been having educational sessions with him almost every night, and he's very interested in bettering the world by bettering yourself. But to better yourself, first you have to find out who you are. And we've been on an amazing journey of self-discovery.
So much of our identity is built on past experiences rather than just being able to be in the moment. But if you think about it, bringing all that memory into your experience right now does you no favors, just depresses you, just makes it hard for you. So drop it.
I got so much out of it. I really learned to think critically about myself, and there are a whole bunch of questions that I really need to ask and need to find the answers to.
Our program has looked at Jewish learning. Our program has looked at Jewish leadership. Our program has looked at what the Jewish responsibility is to ourselves and to the whole world. And with different Jewish educators who have been part and parcel of our program, we've been able to consistently have, nearly every day, classes and sessions where the students have been pushed, inspired, and having the opportunity to take their own personal learning to the next level.
We've said that there are a lot of mitzvahs that give us meaning in our lives. Okay? And we know that if we went further in learning more, understanding more, it would bring more meaning to our lives. And there are practical things in our lives that would bring more meaning to our lives. But when we follow these mad scripts, crazy scripts, little voices in our heads, and we're somehow convinced that those ideas and things are right, even though we absolutely know that they're wrong.
If anybody is really looking to better the world, then they should better themselves, but find out who you are first, and that's what Rabbi Cowland teaches.